Hello students, today we are going to study tissue, plant and animal tissue. So I will give you a short description, and first I will teach you a little bit and then give a short description of each and every page. So first in the page I have marked the important points, you can learn it down. So similar cells lying side by side together work together as a team to perform the same function known as tissue. A tissue is a group of similar cells performing specific function. In human beings, we have epithelial tissue that covers the same muscular tissue made up of muscles, which by contraction bring about movement. And in the plant, there is a conducting tissue which conducts water upwards from the soil to the aerial parts of plants, and the food prepared from the leaves to the lower parts. So the conducting tissue does in the plant. Now there is a relationship between tissue, organism and organ system. So what happens? Several tissue together contribute to some specific function inside the body, which is known as a organ. Many organs acting together to perform a specific life process is known as an organ system. Organ system together constitute the organism. So next comes the plant tissue, which is divided into two types, the meristematic tissue and the permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue cell can divide and produce new cells, and permanent tissue non-dividing and the specialized cells. Meristematic tissue or the meristem found at all growing points of a plant such as tip of roots, stems and branches. Also present between the bark and the wood of the trees, where it leads to the growth of the diameter of the stem. So next comes the chief characteristics of the meristematic tissue. In the meristematic tissue, the cells are small, cells are usually cubical, and the cell wall is thin, nuclei are large. Okay. Till now, let me give you a short description of this page. So in this page we studied about the tissue, and then we studied about organ, tissue, organ system and organism. Then about plant tissue, which is divided into two parts, meristematic and permanent tissue. We studied where is the meristematic tissue present, where it is found, and we studied some chief characteristics of the meristematic tissue. Let's move to next page. So, vacuoles are almost absent, cells tightly packed with almost no intercellular spaces. The cells actively divide, adding new cells to the plant. New cells thus produce or transform into the mature permanent tissue. So, till now, as I told you, we studied about the chief characteristics, as I told you. The meristematic tissue is further divided into apical meristem and lateral meristem. Apical meristem is located near the tips of the root and stems, and also in the growing young leaves near the tips of the stems, as well on the tips of the axillary bud. So here is the location of the apical or the terminal meristem given. Lateral the cambium meristem, its function. It is first of all, it is located below the bark, and it is responsible to increase the growth of the stem. So now let's move on to the permanent tissue, which is made up of the cells that have lost their ability to divide, and they take the permanent shape and perform a permanent function. They may be living or dead. According to the functions, they are divided into three types: protective, supportive and conductive. Protective tissue, cells with thick walls, they are found on the surface of the roots, stems and leaves. Examples: epidermis of the cells, which secretes a waxy waterproof materials, and cork cells also in the barks contain another strong waterproof material. Supporting tissue is of several types also, that is collenchyma, parenchyma and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma, which is divided, the large thin wall cells which are oval, circular, polygonal in shape, and they usually have a large vacuole is present, and they are found in the soft part of the plant such as the cortex and in the pith region, and they may store food and potatoes. They provide temporary support to the plant. Collenchyma, which are made up of cell walls that are elongated, and cell wall is thickened at the corners, found in the leaf stalks and below the epidermis of the stem, and this tissue helps to support the plant. Sclerenchyma, which is composed of the long narrow cells and which have become dead, and the thick walls are due to the deposition of lignin. This tissue provides strength and support to the plants. It is found in the stems and veins of the leaves. So in this page we studied about apical or the terminal meristem, lateral meristem, protective tissue. About permanent tissue is divided into protective, supportive tissue, supporting tissue, parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Let's move to next page. These three tissues are known as the simple tissue. Conducting tissue, also known as the vascular tissue, provides a passage for the water and dissolved materials to move up and down, and it consists of xylem and phloem. Xylem are the elongated and thick walled cells, provide upward movement of water and minerals, and xylem consists of xylem vessels or trachea, trachea, xylem parenchyma, and xylem fibers. Trachea are the elongated dead cells with larger cavities without any contents, and they are placed end to end, forming a long tube, and they provide mechanical support to the plant. And xylem vessels are trachea, long tube like structures meant for supporting water, transporting water and dissolved minerals, and made up of elongated cells which are placed end to end, and the cell is quite hard and thick and lignified, and the transverse cells get dissolved and make a continuous water pipe. Xylem parenchyma consists of living parenchyma cells associated with xylem. These cells also serve for the storage of food and also help in the conduction of water and minerals. So in this page we studied about conducting tissue, which is xylem, and xylem consists of tracheids, xylem vessels, and xylem parenchyma. Let's move to next page. Xylem fibers, they are made up of dead parenchyma cells with thick walls, long narrow cells with tapering ends, and their main function is to provide mechanical support to the plant. Phloem, the next part of the conducting tissue, provides a passage for the upward movement of food manufactured in the leaves to various parts of the plants. They also provide for the upward movement of the prepared food towards the growing new leaves, and it consists of sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. So the sieve tubes are made up of elongated cells which are placed end to end, forming a long tube. The transverse walls are called sieve plates and are perforated, and they help in the transport of food from leaves to storage organs and other parts of the plant. Companion cells are the living cells, parenchyma cells, which are closely associated with the sieve tubes, and they help in the functioning of the sieve tube cells. Next we come to the phloem parenchyma, which is a parenchymatous cell which is found associated with the phloem. Mainly they are concerned with storage of starch, fat, and other organic food materials. Phloem fibers are the sclerenchymatous cells which are associated with the phloem, and they mainly provide support. And the xylem and phloem together are known as the vascular bundle. The veins of the leaves are example of vascular bundle. They are in continuity with the conducting tissue of stem and root, and the above two tissues are the complex tissues, xylem and phloem, being made up of more than one type of cells working together as a unit. So here in this page we studied about a little bit of xylem fibers, then phloem, which is divided into sieve tubes, companion cells, and phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. And the xylem and phloem are known as the vascular bundle and complex tissue. Here is given the summary of the plant tissue: meristematic and permanent tissue, then the permanent tissue in protective, supportive, and conducting tissue, then the supportive tissue in parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma, and conducting tissue in xylem and phloem. I hope you all like this video and subscribe to my channel and take me to 100 subscribers. Part 2 of this chapter will be coming soon. Till then, all of you subscribe to my channel so that you get the notification of every video of mine. If you didn't understand this chapter, please see the video again and subscribe, like, share, comment, and till that, take care and bye bye.